Hello, testing, testing. Is this thing on? Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Currently have one view going on right now. Checking studio mode, checking studio mode. We look all good over here. Hello, hello, welcome in. Well, looks like that's all working fine. Okay, we are officially live. We are officially live. We have a lot to talk about tonight. As it's soon to be trade deadline eve. Trade deadline starts Sunday night. Ooh, I'm still in studio mode. There we go. There we go. All right, so we have had a couple of trades go down already today. As we can open up right here, we got Lane Thomas and Bailey Falter. That happened about an hour ago. As I do now know that my audio is rolling, I can turn off my other computer that I have looking back to see how my feed is going right now. It looks like it's going fairly okay. But we are officially live. It's been a minute since I did a live stream. It's actually been a whole year since I did Blake Snell to the Dodgers. Has it really been a whole year since I did that recording? That's insane. I remember doing all these game calls, trade deadline watch. We did a lot of trade deadline watches. As I need to hop over to the next scene, I'm kind of just looking through all these old videos. You can see the quality has changed a little bit. We got a better mic. Although currently my mic stand, as I'm going to angle it up a little bit over here. My mic, or sorry, not my mic, my webcam is currently stacked on top of 4 old Pokemon crates and then taped so it doesn't fall. So we're going to see how well that goes. Because normally I'll sit down and do this, but I wanted to get a better feel for doing this live stream because I'd rather be standing up, right? Need to lose a couple, right? But outside of that, we got 2 watching. Thank you so much for watching. So I actually have chat pulled up right here. Looks like everything is fine. I'm going to go ahead and close my side laptop, freeing up a little bit more space over here. But we're going to go back to Twitter. That's funny. Diamondbacks do something. 49ers players. Let's get to the most recent news. Mariners land a legit prospect in Smith. They freed up about $30 million in payroll. How loud is the fan underneath me? Please let me know. 0 for 3 tonight. Seattle Mariners. What was the return for Luis Castillo? So they have freed up. Luis Castillo is a veteran starting pitcher. Now, why am I going live right now? Well, I'm going live right now because I was in the middle of recording my off-season, or not my off-season, my trade deadline expectations, what I thought was going to happen at this trade deadline. And unfortunately, as I was doing this, saying that I had Brady Singer going to the White Sox, Luis Castillo goes to the White Sox. So there's that. So that's why I've hopped live for trade deadline watch party time. Yet again, if you're in here, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And I'd love to grow this channel. I've been meaning to do a lot more live streams and videos. I have a couple I've been meaning to edit. We did a lot with Ray's franchise. But with work and then now school coming up, I'm not going to be taking down a lot of my sets. I will probably go down with the mic, and I might take this camera with me, or I'll just record with the webcam from this computer when I do news videos. But yeah, that's kind of what life's been like right now. It's extremely hot in my room, as I do have a room temperature. It currently says, it's actually not crazy hot right now. It's 73 degrees in here. Normally it's 77 when I have all these computers running. But we're in for the long haul tonight. Luis Castillo being a big trade piece. And if I can, I'm actually going to pull up one moment. I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to pull up my trade doc. Google Docs. So I was in the middle, as of course it's being annoying today. Okay, there we go. We can hop back into scenes. This is what I was working with right here. These were the players that I had that I think were going to be traded. I'm going to do a little bit more of this right now. Tariq Skubal I have going to the Brewers. I think Hunter Green staying put. I had Logan Webb being the big ad for the White Sox. I thought they were going to get 2 starting pitchers along with Brady Singer, but I had just gotten to right here when that trade news broke. So there is that for you. Let's take a look. Do we have any more news anywhere? Do we really have nothing new going on? I'm going to take a look at Jeff Passan. Holy. Jeff Passan. Do we have anything new coming out of here? So Nolan Jones still being a piece is funny. Boston Smith is the big piece. I'm not familiar with Boston Smith. Let's go ahead to MLB.com. I don't even know why this game even happened today. It's painful. Where is it? Prospect rankings. Top 30 for where's Chicago White Sox? Are they all the way? Did I miss them? Oh, they're all the way up here. Got it. All right. We're looking for a catcher. Logan or Boston Smith. There we go. 23-year-old kid. He looks like he's got pop, and he does. 40 grade, 6th round pick last year. Oh, he's crushing it. Oh, he's having a terrific season. 8 homers in 22 games. Does not look like he's going to be a good fielder. Maybe not a good catcher behind home plate is what it looks like. Sort of a lot of pitch looking for one he can turn on. Deadpool kid. Athletic catcher. Average speed. Will steal and take extra bases. Receiving and blocking needs polished. Throwing. And does his throwing. Okay, so this is an outfield bat that has catcher versatility, but it's a future left-handed bat. He's a bit older, which is a bit of an issue. You want to know what also is an issue? Why has MLB.com? I guess they're waiting for a post-trade deadline to really update these rankings, because why are these top prospects not already in? Like, that's insane to me. It's insane that they don't have guys like Rock Chalosky in here yet. Because I feel like Rock needs to be in this already. He's been so good. Or will be so good. I want to see him in here. Is anybody else going live right now? Does not look like... So it looks like I'm kind of the only one really streaming anything MLB deadline-wise. Luke Weaver. Is Luke Weaver going to get traded? Hold up. What's this? Bleacher Creatures. Tariq Skubal. I don't think Zach Neto's getting traded. Luis Ariz to the Rays. I love that. Reed Detmers to the White Sox. I don't see that happening now. And also, when was this posted? Yeah, this was posted like this morning. Michael Wacha, he was a Padre before. Luke Weaver back to the Yankees. Fastball Freddy. Adrian Morejon to the Yankees. I don't think the Padres sell that much. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't see them trading away a lot of their key guys. Okay, Braves overpay and land 2 big needs at right-handed hitter and starting pitcher depth. I know it was like their number 7 ranked prospect that went back for this. I was initially shocked as Jake Bauers. What a season for him, man. What a season. All right. Let me take a look at some trades that I think could happen. I wish I had actual money. Is this 4 watching now? Thank you for 4 people that are currently watching right now. I'm glad that we are currently in here right now. Whew. I want a little bit more news to start cooking. That would be nice. 35 posts. I actually got to be real careful scrolling through my For You. There's a lot of a lot of interesting NBA Twitter that's on that post or on that feed. Some comments that I don't think would be great for the overall, as I'm just now showing my email, because why not? How many people do we actually got watching in here right now? Says the 1 right now. We've dipped down a little bit. We're kind of just news hunting right now. We're kind of just waiting on news. This is where a comment would be so easy to riffle off of. More runs per dodo, 2 RBIs. Am I allowed to read athletic articles on here? Maybe. Braves add Lane Thomas, Luis Castillo. Follow alongside the latest news and insight at The Athletic. So the deadline starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Now, I don't think Ketel Marte gets traded because I don't know if everybody saw that Ketel Marte, he stripped his Instagram of all Diamondbacks related things. It's actually, as I take out my mic, I'm going to take a look and see as I walk away from it. Is that back up? Did Ketel Marte really strike down all of it? Or did he bring anything up? No, Ketel Marte still has all of his Diamondback stuff pulled from his account. Now, I understand that's like grasping on straws right now, but legitimately, as this is interesting, Trevor woke up to a report he'd been included in a failed trade with the Houston Astros, which led to candid conversations. Uh-oh. See, man, I don't understand, because this would be a perfect trade for the Astros. I don't know why their owner said no. We can take a look at Fangraphs. We can go to roster resources. We can go Twins. And we can go Astros. The Houston Astros have bullpen arms. Like they do. Josh Hader, still one of the better closers in baseball. Steven Okert, really, really solid. Brian King, Enle de Los Santos has been really good. We'll have to see what Tatsui Imai does in the bullpen. But they have bullpen arms to spare. I hate this outfield. Why is Taylor Trammell your best outfield bat? Lamont Wade resurgence? That's who you're clinging on to right now? That's who you like? I can't get behind that. I really can't. Like, that's absurd. Like, this is a team that wants to go out and win their division. I'm looking at Jeremy, like, is that 3 good hitters? Are we calling Christian Walker a good hitter? I mean, I guess. What's Christian Walker's season looking like right now? Am I just underrating him? I remember him being bad his first year. Okay, he's been better. He's been better. ISO's up a lot. 22 homers? Okay. So he's been decent. I'm not going to slander him too hard. So you have 4 good hitters and a washed Altuve. That's your offense right now. If you were to go out and get Larnick, that slides right into whichever outfield corner spot you want. If you want the young Cam Smith to play, go for it. If you want Lamont Wade to play for some reason, go for it. If you want this to be a platoon, go for it. You can't have all 3 of these guys being your starting outfield. I harped on that at the beginning of the year. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up. I will go to my video right now. I will go back to that video from a month ago. Where'd I put the Astros? 20th. What's this? Oh, there's like the broken glass sound. Hold up. Let me restart the Astros from like the top. And let me get desktop audio. I'm going to unmute it.
Astros, who I have at 21.
Because I actually can't hear what I'm talking about. I might want to...
Yordan Alvarez is solid. Carlos Correa is very nice. I like those kind of bats. I don't really like their outfield at all. If I could believe Yordan Alvarez was healthy and I could just stab him into left field so I could put Isaac Paredes back into this lineup, I think I would like their lineup a little bit more. Then we move over and look at this pitching rotation.
Yeah. So the whole issue that I had to start with is that I did the rough numbers for what... Where is it at? Yeah. So I have... Who is it? Is that Jake Myers? It's the Myers kid. Is that Joey Luperfido and Cam Smith? They had a projected WRC plus going into the year of a roughly 96. That's what they had going into the year. And 96 projected WRC plus, as I understand you actually can't see what I'm looking at right now. But this is what I'm talking about right now. Cam Smith, like this is who they had. This is all they had going into the year. Like, that's horrible. Do we have any new news? MLB lockout. Never forget the same people saying through Skubal to the Dodgers would cause a lockout are the exact same people who spent years saying the Dodgers were wasting all the money and assets just to lose in October. How funny narratives change when the Dodgers start winning. Yeah, remember when everybody laughed at the Dodgers for like collapsing to what year did they lose to the Padres? When they collapsed to the Padres, when they blew it to the Nationals in 2019, everybody laughed at them. It's like all these top players, all this money, and now everybody's crying. I don't think Hunter Green gets moved. It's been bad. In post. Aye, Seattle's made it official. So the Mariners will or receive cash considerations? Wait, shouldn't this be the other way around? Shouldn't the White Sox be paying for it? Okay, yeah, they messed it up on the thing. I can read. Or Sir Anthony Dominguez. No, they got the cash considerations. So the Mariners dumped the contract and then are getting money? Are they paying off Sir Anthony? Is that what those cash considerations are? That's ridiculous. Hold up. They're actually paying to take on Luis Castillo? Why is it still up there? Clear. Jeff Passan. Okay, forgot. Jeff Passan. What was this for? I don't remember what this was for. Oh, is this the original lockout in 22? That's probably what that's talking about. Okay, but no. So, Luis Castillo and cash sources tell me Luis Castillo White Sox will absorb all of the remaining money. So the prorated portion 25 vesting option if he reaches to 180 innings. He pitches innings, so he's going to get to that. What is this Savant? Actually, I have that pulled up. What's La Piedra doing? A whole lot of nothing. I mean, this is just sad. I remember, dude, when we traded him, man, I was so mad. I was so mad we traded him. He had one of the best changeups in baseball. And then he kind of just did away with it, became such a better fastball slider pitcher. Like over the years. Like 23. Is his like arm angle changed at all? It's gotten lower and his fastball looks like it's riding less. Is that what I'm looking at? I mean, he gets no extension because he's coming from a weird, like almost sidearm angle. Is it getting any? Yeah, no, it's identical. He doesn't walk people. The problem is he's just giving up too much hard contact. It's interesting that the White Sox are wanting to eat this entire contract. All right, hold up. We got somebody in here. Sorry that I'm just now seeing this. All right, I just want to mention one thing that everybody keeps putting Skubal with the Dodgers or outside of the Brewers and everybody. Want to mention the idea of the Braves. Yes, I could see the Braves getting into this, Chris. The thing is, though, if we take a look at the Braves, and yes, I think they could go for Skubal. At the same time, I don't think that would be like. Yes, they could. Like looking at this rotation, Martin Perez, that's not your best 5-hole, but I believe they're about to get some of these. They have a lot of pitchers hurt. I saw a tweet where they have about 6 starting pitching options and then 5 that are currently hurt. I think half of those guys are going to be back coming soon. So if they were to do this, it's going to be Cam Caminetti. So if they get Skubal, like let's say if they get Skubal, Cam Caminetti, Eric Hartman maybe also has to go, but Tigers are going to want older prospects. So that's the other issue, is that all these top prospects are years away from being ready. You have to get down to 7, 8, 9 for these prospects that would be ready to go back to the Tigers. Because even if the Tigers fire sale, like if I can go back to here, the Tigers' time is still going to be now. They have a good solid team around the edges. They will have McGonigal, Dingler, Riley Green, Torque, Kerry Bond, Max Clark. They'll have all of those guys. They'll still have Fromber. They'll have Troy Melton. They're going to get Jackson Joe back, Reese Olson back, right? They have talent right here. And with the Braves, yes, the Braves could get in this. But it all comes down to if the Tigers want younger players. If the Tigers will take a Cam Caminetti, I can see that getting done. I love Cam Caminetti as a prospect. I think he's going to be great. It's just that they have so much younger prospects. And if we take a look at the Dodgers, you have a lot of guys already in Double-A. Jose Topala is killing it. He's probably going to be at Triple-A to end the year and will be in spring camp. Mike Sirota, just because the baseball gods hate me, traded for Gavin Lux. He's going to be right there. They have Zaire Hope, who was scratched from today's game. He's in the same boat. But so what else were you saying? Best starting pitcher of all time, David Price? Holy. I like where your head's at. I like the bold take. As actually, I can read this a little bit better right here for me. And mention everybody, where does David Price play? For the A, traded for him. Detroit Tigers, historically similar situation. Make a trade again with the Tigers to get Skubal. Alright. It's just, I like your idea of the Braves. I think Alex Anthopoulos will go out there. AJ Smith-Shawver, what necessarily is... I can see that. I think the Tigers would have to be in love with AJ Smith-Shawver. Like, truthfully, I think they would have to be in love with him. Miss AJ Smith-Shawver is... AJ... Not AK. AJ Smith. AJ Smith-Shawver, what's he now, 26? He's only 23. That's not true. I forgot he came up when he was 20. How many injuries has this kid had, though? Like, I get what you're saying. I could see AJ Smith-Shawver being a piece that the Tigers would like, right? Especially because I just now realized he's 23 years old, right? The injury history with him is terrifying. Like AJ Smith-Shawver, and then go to his baseball MLB page. How many times has he been put on the injured list? Like, we can just scroll down. Like, came up here, 17 games between 4 major league years. Like, I don't doubt. All right. 60-day IL, 60-day IL, 15, a couple 15s up there. 7-day. 7-day again. Like, I like AJ. Like, actually, I'm not even going to lie and say I like AJ Smith-Shawver. I could see why other organizations would like AJ Smith-Shawver because he was a former top prospect. I don't see the Tigers falling in love because how many years does he still have? What's his contract looking like? Can I see contract on Savant? I don't know if I can. Hold up, where did Braves go? I know I have Braves still pulled up here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Okay, it's not like it's hard to pull it up. How many more years does Smith-Shawver have? Where is AJ Smith-Shawver? Is he at AAA? He is at AAA. Okay. AJ Smith-Shawver is in pre-arbitration. He's arbitration eligible in 28. I mean, if the Tigers were in love with AJ Smith-Shawver, sure, I could see it. I just don't think that AJ Smith-Shawver would be as, hold up, working hard to solidify their status. And that's the whole other thing. Like, I would love another team to get in on Tariq Skubal outside of just the Dodgers and the Brewers. I think the Rays could be an interesting team for them. But maybe if they really like Owen Murphy, I just don't think that just that tier is going to get it through. If it was AJ Smith-Shawver, because they're going to want young players, and I don't think Anthopoulos is going to want to go out. Like, I'm trying to think who else would be like young pieces that would be MLB ready. Like, I don't think Nacho gets it done. Like, you see how many pitchers that they have here? Like, they have a surplus of pitchers. If AJ Smith-Shawver went back, like, sure, I could guess reason it if they love him so much. I'm just not a giant AJ Smith-Shawver guy. Plus, another thing, he's got a year in a service time. He's got one option left, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but organizations value options. The one option, if he flames out again, you can only set him down once, although they can just phantom IL him. But thank you so much, Chris, for commenting. But yeah, I just don't think that package would get done. I wish I could throw into MLB trade values and look exactly at this deal, but I'm not paying to use MLB trade values for two different segments of the year. Like, I could see him being a Brave. They would just have to like other parts than just like you get what I'm saying. I don't know if you're still in chat, but it would take, I think, a little bit more than just that. Like, maybe they go all out. Who knows? If the Braves go all out, I like that. I just don't think they have the prospects in terms of where they're at in their organization to go get Skubal. If Cam Caminetti was in Double-A, banging on the door at Triple-A, like he was 20-some starts in with a sub-3 ERA at Triple-A, I could see that getting done with Smith-Shawver, Caminetti, throw in a couple other prospects in that same organization. Like, I could see that getting done. Just bottom of the night. Hey, do I want to watch this? I don't think I legally can. Fly out. It's up to you, Gino. Don't strike out. 2 strikes. Don't strike out, Gino. Don't do it. I know you want to. Don't swing at the slider that hits your foot. I know you wanted to swing at it. I know you do, Gino. Don't do it. Oh, he fouled off the sweeper. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of you, Gino. God. Prospect rankings. Whew. Yeah, I think if the Rays got into it, because I think Theo Gillen, I don't know why I always add syllables. It's like the ADHD / like autism just knocking on the doors. Just like, let's just add syllables to names. Because I need something else for my throat and going hoarse. That's empty. Where's the Tampa Bay Rays at? Tampa Bay! Is my sound still going A-okay? Yep. Still sounds like it's going strong, but like if the Rays were to get into this, I think it would have to be Theo Gillen, Brody Hopkins isn't having a crazy year, so maybe not. But they have the upper like top prospects closer to the big leagues than I think others guys do. So, Chris, if you're still in the chat, you can comment your thoughts down. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a couple seconds. I'm going to go use the bathroom, get myself a drink, and we will be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Was I ever muted? I don't think I ever muted, but that's okay. We are back. You know, I never muted. That's kind of funny. So I actually never closed this door. Got my chair directly behind me. Does not look like Chris is still in the chat right now. Is put user in time? No, I don't want to do that. I'd like to thank him so much for giving me some cheap talking points. As deadline is slowed to a halt. Congrats to Max Clark, first career home run in the launching pad. Do I have a setting where I can like push to mute? I need one of those. So when I go to like drink. Alright, we are back unmuted. As I take a drink, the whole point of why I muted myself in the first place. Alright, I got a new comment in here. We got Manuel? I'm sorry that I don't know how to pronounce that name. Where do you think Skubal goes if he gets moved? Okay, well, he's getting moved. He's getting moved 100%. I'm willing to put my life savings, which is currently $4,000, to my name. I'm willing to put everything that I own on him being traded. Now, it comes down to who do I think gets him? I think it's going to be the Dodgers. I think it's going to be the Dodgers. MMA now. Okay, MMM now 27. Okay. MMM or MMA. Holy, sorry, it's tired. I'm 2 monsters in trying to keep myself awake right now. But I think he's a Dodger, especially Zaire Hope was scratched from today's game at AA Tulsa Drillers. I don't think I can watch that. When I had it right here, I have Skubal being a Brewer because I think that would be perfect for the Brewers. It's wholly bright. It just looks like I'm looking into the sun. But I think he's going to be a Brewer. I would love to see the Rays get in. I got a friend that's like one of the three Rays fans. Sorry, I got the caffeine or the carbonation coming up. But I got a friend that's a Rays fan. I'd love the Rays to get him. I think it's the Dodgers, though, realistically. As for you just hopping in, I don't know how long you've been in here, but this was what I was getting ready to record. I had just gotten to Brady Singer going to the White Sox when the Luis Castillo deal broke. So I did not get to go into the big name guys. Still think most of these are accurate outside of Logan Webb. I have no clue what's happening with Logan Webb right now. I think he should be traded. Him being traded versus actually being traded is a completely different story. I think it's going to be Dodgers. I would think the Brewers would have the most to lose not getting him. So I think the Brewers might finally be desperate enough to go get Skubal. I would love the Rays to get him. Now, if I was being stupid, I would say I would want the Reds, as with this camera angle you cannot see, but I do have a giant Reds poster. Or not even a poster, it's like a blanket or like a floor mat hanging up on the wall. So there's that. Actually, you can't see the opening day banner going up above my closet door and the blanket that's on the back of the beanbag. But I would love him to be a Red. That being said, the Reds don't need him because we're not making the playoffs. So there's that. But I would like... Oh, hold up. Do we have any more news? MLB Larnick trade. Glad GP2's back. Daniel Suzak. He's been very good. Paul Sebold has done a lot for the Diamondbacks in his career, whether he wants to admit it or not. Unfortunately, the low leverage demotion did not work last time, and it doesn't look good now. Sebold is a better closer than he is a pitcher. It's unfortunate. Do I follow him? Beat writer, D-backs. I actually don't. I follow Ellie is awesome and a lot of fun. Yes, Ellie is awesome. Yes, Ellie is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the team is painful to watch. The team is very, very painful to watch. Do we have any news on Alfredo Duno? Is Duno hurt bad? Actually, Alfredo Duno, is he hurt? Not good. Know that. Is there any other update? Do we have anything? Did he pop his hammy or no? Do we have any information on it? Latest, Alfredo Duno. That's just talking about Rainier Rodriguez. What's this? What's he talking about? Okay, so I want whatever this guy's smoking. Whatever that kid's smoking, I need. Did he play? I can look at my phone for that. Because I have the Quick To It app. I'm a fan of Hunter Green. Hasn't put it together yet, but for some reason I do like him. Hunter Green's frustrating because he's such a good pitcher. He's just never healthy. He's never healthy. And there's been tension, it at least seems, if you read between the lines with the Reds ownership. Uh-oh. No, I don't. Why is it trying to connect to my printer? No, I don't want that. Printer, stay away. You can't have my laptop. But Hunter Green is so good that he gets away with having only 2 good pitches. That being said, he does not get away with being healthy. He's always hurt. And personally, I want him traded. But, actually, I can look here if he played last 10 games. Has he played in a minute? What's today? The 1st? Okay, so yeah, no. He hasn't played in a minute, which sucks. Hopefully it's nothing bad. I don't think he's been put on the minor league IL as far as I'm aware. Do you have any new updates? Andrew Abbott on trying to adjust during the downpour. That was ridiculous. Okay. But I'm getting off on a caffeine late night tangent. Hunter Green is a good pitcher. I'd love Hunter Green to be traded. If Skubal goes to the Brewers, Hunter Green should be a Dodger. I get that they say they shut down the trades. No, they haven't. Don't lie to me, Crawl. We are aware you're still shopping him. Don't try and save face. I mean, he's behind closed doors. The organization's been bashing him for years about him not staying healthy. I think the kid's a dog. I think he tries to compete. It seems like it's subtle shots at Hunter Green. Like beat reporters are saying that there's questions about him not being tough. That's coming straight from management. Like, you can read that. They think he's soft. So Green would be incredible as a Dodger watch. Yeah, like I would love to get some of these Dodgers prospects. Like I would love to get Jose DePaula. Like that would be so nice. I would love to get Zaire Hope. I would love to have not traded Mike Sirota and a comp pick for Gavin Lux. I would have loved to not do that. Holy. I need something stronger than a monster. Traded Mike Sirota for Gavin Lux and a comp pick, which I don't remember who was used on that comp pick. I don't think I really want to know who was used on that comp pick because I'm going to cry. And then you traded Sammy Stafora for Key Brian Hayes, who's hitting like 300 at high A ball with pop. And of course, you trade him to the Pirates because fuck me. When do we get these kids in? Like legit. When do we get? I want Justin LeBron, please. I want to see him like ranked so I can like feel better about my farm system. It's so sad that I had this team at 16, dude. Too many questions about their offense. TJ Friedel, fine, I'm fine. Holy, he's been so bad. He's hitting a $160 and was in the leadoff spot for almost the entire year. Do I have any more news? I need news to be broken right now. We are live. If you want to actually watch something that's like entertaining, as I wonder where he got that clip from. Post-game reaction. Robbie Hyde's really. I'm pretty sure. Does Robbie Hyde still follow? Robbie Hyde still follows me. Hey, Robbie Hyde, thank you. I just meant performance-wise for Green. I mean, Hunter Green would be disgusting to add to that pitching staff. I don't want to picture him leaving, but yet again, at the same time, it's a smart business decision. Because your staff would be Yoshi Otani when he comes back, Justin Wolbaneski, or however you say that kid's name. Then you come to Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, whatever you want to do. Oh shit! He had bone spurs. He had bone spurs again. I didn't know Snell had bone spurs. Although that's like 3 months ago now. He should be back soon. Hey, you got the chicken fighter. There's always that. Alex Vest, like. And then you have King Tuck, who's not doing anything. Yeah, a little like Mitch Keller for the Pirates. I like him, but I don't know why. Isn't Mitch Keller having like a disastrous season this year? And didn't they also pay him? That's what I'm so scared of as a Reds fan. We've paid him. It's a good contract right now. But if he can't stay healthy and he's just doesn't he have like a 5 ERA? Okay, he's got a 4.83. Expected ERA of 5.10. Oh my god. He's just been a pine cone on the mound. Although this is just the alley he lives in. He's just so up and down. Like, yeah, every year this is the year Mitch Keller shows you good stuff, and then he throws the ham sandwich down Main Street. Can we have any news break? Like, please. All I'm getting tweets from on my phone is about Red Sox news. for their prospects. Farm systems. Why is Jason Dominguez trending? Tennessee Jason Dominguez. Wait, what did he do? With the relay time? I love Cutter's gig so much. Yeah, but yet again, that's also the Mitch Keller whole thing. The ERA blows up because he'll have 3 good quality start innings, and then he goes 4 innings, 7 runs. It's a roller coaster ride with this kid. One day he looks like Paul Skeens, and then he looks like me with my one arm. Holy. Yeah. See, that's what also annoys me is I don't know how far back. Actually, how far back is this being delayed? It's like me with my one arm. All right, so now I'm just talking about my arm, but holy dude, it's delayed, so I can't really tell what point you're saying correct to, but he still puts up WAR as a pitcher. He still puts up solid pitching WAR. Just that. Nothing else really goes terribly well. Holy, that was such a bad thumbnail that I just threw together. Took a photo on my phone, emailed it to my computer, and just told AI do whatever it wanted. Because I was trying to get up and running in 3 minutes. And we got up and running in 3 minutes. It's going to take 3 minutes to get Photoshop running on that computer. You just take a photo, throw some filler on there. That's the only thing I agree with doing AI for. Yeah, right. Every year with Mitch Keller, it's just up and down, up and down. I would love some news. What's coming in this next half hour? Alright. Yep, exactly. There we go. No word if it's quite done yet. Tariq Skubal's going to be a Dodger. Zaire Hope was scratched. Around Emmett Sheehan is what? Wow. Around Emmett Sheehan? Okay, as soon as I tweet, it's been quiet. Now we're getting Skubal news. We've been live for an hour up in here. Yes. I'm. If you scroll through my old live streams from a couple years ago, I did call games. Just sat up in my room, had this microphone. I called games. Senior year of high school, I called high school football games on a local radio station. So that was fun. I'm currently enrolled in Ohio University. Going to be down there in 20 days is when my move-in is. But I'm a part of a student organization. I'll be down a week earlier. We do media productions for high school sports teams. So we do that for college or football and basketball for high school level. And so I'm going to be a part of that for Media Day. Interviewing these kids, we then go live. So we take photos, we record basically most of the game, and then take clips and stuff, and we make a sports center for high school teams around that area. I think we cover all the way from, because it's in Athens, so right, if you think Cincinnati, you have Columbus here, Cincinnati here, as this is kind of opposite because of how I'm doing it. Cincinnati's here, Athens is right here, We'll go all the way back up to Columbus, all the way down to deep into West Virginia and into Pennsylvania. So we cover, I think it's 12 counties? 12 counties, so it's big. But I need to go in and how do I change the name? Actually, I can do that on here. But we got news from John Heyman. I trust John Heyman. Edit video. How do I edit it? Skubal watch. That's awesome. Are you a football guy as well? Yeah, that's what I do for MMA. Okay. So you do like UFC like UFC stuff like that? Um yes, I'm a big football guy. It's just that wall you can see there because I'm from Ohio. Did not have the grades to get into Ohio State, but I have the lowest one is the national championship in 2003, the one that's almost all the way to the ground or whatever year. The one above that is 2016, and then the other two is the national championship in the Texas game. It's like newspaper prints. Yeah, the shorts I try and do. The problem is when I'm at work because one note is actually I don't think I'm allowed to slam them because it's an issue with like working there. Is reportedly being traded to the Dodgers. It's being finalized. Jeff Passan has tweeted Tariq Skubal is a Dodger. Skubal is a Dodger. As soon as I tweeted, it's quiet. We got a Tariq Skubal trade. Tariq Skubal is a Dodger. It's going to be around Zaire Hope and Emmett Sheehan. Is the return. Hope was telling his minor league teammates he was headed to Detroit. It's happening. We have it. No chances lockout will be solved. Yeah. Thanks, Brett, for chiming in on the sidelines. Shocker, man. Well, scrappy underdog team got the big fish. I'm interested to hear. Life is better when the Padres win. If you do a video, you can make shorts for these videos. That's awesome. Yankees Brian Cashman just pulled in a trade of the century. He traded Duvall to the Pirates for a player to be named later. Take the Dodgers. Learn. All right. No, so they traded Duvall for Luis Cruz, and I'm forgetting who the other kid was. When I read Luis Cruz and I looked him up, he's a year and a half younger than me, and I almost cried. Like when when I saw that a kid is being traded to the Yankees who's a year and a half younger than me, I wanted to just cry. I wanted to cry, dude. Zaire Hope, River Ryan, Brady Smith. That's all. I'm going to K myself. Yep, that sounds about right. Pack GABP, watching LeBron James sign with. Okay, I wish. Quote tweet. Oh, I keep doing that. Let me go ahead. Copy link address. Paste. I do this. Yeah. That's River Ryan has been hurt multiple times. If I remember correctly, he hasn't pitched this year. Correction, told Sheehan not in deal. Okay, it's River Ryan there, Alden, but Tariq Skubal. Oh my goodness. The Yankees should not have let Tariq Skubal go to the Dodgers. What prospects did you think they were gonna take over Zaire Hope? Like legit. And I'm not trying to be funny, but who are they gonna give up? Were you gonna give up George Lombars? Is that who you wanted to give up? Is that who you were really gonna give up? Do you know was the asking price for Skubal for the Yankees? I wish we had that. If we're going off, so I'm going to open up 2 different tabs of this if it will let me. Where are the Dodgers? Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay. So it's going to be number 7, number 5, and then who was the other kid going back in this? Brady Smith. Brady Smith. So it's 5, 6, and 17. And then it's going to make me have to open up another one because it's so stupid. Players, prospect rankings. If we go to top 30 and then take a look at the Yankees. So Ben Hess is a 50 overall grade. Zaire Hope is a 55. But I think a lot more people like this farm. Like Zaire Hope is a top 30 guy and he's 5th. Is Carlos a ranked prospect? Is he in the top 100? I think he's just at the bottom of it. But if you are going to make this trade as hello there, Breer pick, Zaire Hope, River Ryan, and then Brady Smith. Brady Smith, 21 years old, looks fairly solid. So the Yankees would have to give up probably, although Dax Kilby's young, because here's the other thing. All these guys are going to be close to MLB ready. Zaire Hope is going to be MLB ready next year. River Ryan has been in the majors before. And then Brady Smith is like the low A guy that they like his stuff. If you are going to get this done, the close to MLB ready pitcher was going to have to be Elmer. It's going to have to be Elmer. Then who else? Because they were going to want a hitter, and they don't have a lot of close hitters. It was going to have to be George Lombard, and I don't think they were going to want to part with George. They were going to make them have to take George Lombard. It was going to have to be 1-3, and then throw out or Omar Alfonso. They just got from the Pirates, correct? This is the kid that just came from the Pirates. Yes. So maybe they were going to have to send back Omar. So that would have probably had to be the trade for the Yankees to get him. I'm shocked that it was River Ryan that went back. So, wow. That's, although it's the Dodgers farm system is probably one of the best in baseball. If we're being quite honest. I don't know how many other organizations that James Tibbs is at the number 9. Like, legitimately. Same thing with Ryan Ward. I don't know how many other, although he's 28. Dude, I forgot how old Ryan Ward is. He's just been down at AAA destroying balls for years. What is our view count currently at? Let us take a look at how we're doing. We currently have 5 people in here. I'd like to thank everybody so much for hopping in here right now. How many likes are we at right now? That's something else I would like to look at. We're at 2 likes right now that I'm seeing on here. Hop in, hit that like button, smash that like button for us. I want to try to get to 15 likes. I want to try and get to 15. fact that River Ryan and not Emmett Sheehan absolute fleeced by the Dodgers. I mean, I don't disagree. Hey, Zaddy. Miles? Okay, what's up? What's up, Julian? Hey, Zaddy. Alright, so Tariq Skubal is holy. What is the temperature in here? It's up to 75 in this room. Holy. Am I out of Monster? No, I still got Monster. Is there a realistic chance the Yankees could trade for Luis Ariz? Yes, but how bad is that going to make Jazz? Or how mad is that going to make Jazz Chisholm? Means Luis Ariz is going to want to play. You know, that's funny that it's like Miles. I was like, who is that? And then I put it together for a hot sec because I remember that's what your dad was calling you during move-in day. But for whatever that the name's too small and far away from me to be able to read it, but it's 9634. Realistic chance for the Yankees to get Ariz. Luis Ariz is going to want to get extended. Now he's not going to hold out. It's not like football or basketball where he might hold out. But what is Jazz Chisholm going to do? Because Jazz Chisholm is not going to be happy to be told that he's moving off second base. Like that's Ryan like means this would be Luis Ariz. He would move up to second or first or second in the lineup right now. Paul Goldschmidt's been so good for you. Are you going to bench Paul Goldschmidt and have Ben Rice play first and then DH Jazz? Because Luis Ariz has been a very good defensive second baseman this year. Look, Luis Ariz has turned an actual corner. Okay, or just not open that. Like, Luis Ariz has been good defensively. Which, if you were to tell me, like, I did a short on it earlier, and if I said he could be an average defender, it was going to be a good deal for the Giants. He has been one of the best defenders at second base. Now, if we factor that in with, let's take a look at Jazz. Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm, also a good defender, but Luis Ariz is going to protest if he doesn't get to play. Now, you can't put Luis Ariz in a corner spot. Are you going to make him play third? I don't think so. So it's first or second. Are you trading Jazz in this? Like, that's where it would, you have, like, the idea of Luis Ariz in this lineup. Like, if you went Ariz, Judge, Grisham, Stanton, or Rice probably before Stanton. If you went Ariz, Judge, Rice, like that was your 1 through 3, and you figured out everything else, that's great. Jazz would be an odd man out. Jazz Chisholm would be too good to just not be there. Final trade, that's insane to me. According to Dodgers have their number 5, number 7, and number 11. It's an absolute no-brainer. I'm shocked the Brewers weren't willing to give up more to get Skubal. Actually, no, I'm not shocked because the Brewers are stingy with prospects. Brewers are always stingy with their prospects. They act like they're... we got a response. If Jazz Chisholm moves to second, then Lombard Jr. could take over shortstop and Caballero to third. That could solve a lot of problems. Is George Lombard ready? Like, is he ready? I don't... Maybe he is. Good on base. I don't think George Lombard solves your problems. I don't. Like, outside of sounding like a Yankees hater, I think George Lombard is overrated as a prospect. I thought Anthony Volpe was an overrated prospect. Like, I need to go back and find screenshots. I'm quoted saying he was going to be a bum. I didn't like him. You were hitting 240 at AAA. Most MLB teams are reluctant to make a blockbuster trade due to the uncertainty. The lockout does complicate things, like a lot. if I was a team that had a bunch of guys that were only contracts to next year, I would say screw it. Like, I, I would go all Rams, F the prospects. Like, I'm not saying I would go. I have a dumb question for someone who is most likely locked in on a Reds and not the rest of the league. What is the hype around River Ryan? He's a 27-year-old prospect. I mean, that's fair. 27-year-old prospect. I know River Ryan's good. He's got major league experience. He pitched well in those starts. Hasn't been good at AAA. Hasn't been the same guy since he got hurt. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I think the lockout is just a bunch of like being scared to do something because you think there's a lockout going to happen. The lockout's going to happen regardless, right? So, do you want to? There's one of two things you can do with this. I would have happily given up Lumbar to get Tariq Skubal. Yes, I think Lumbar you could have given up for Skubal. I'm just saying, you saying that Lumbar comes and plays short, I don't see, like, if you make Jazz go to third, which we already saw how that worked last year. Jazz goes to third, or what was it? Caballero goes to third. Jazz moves to second. Well, Jazz is already at second. Lombard takes short. Okay, cool. You're just getting rid of Ryan McMahon. Like, are we just chucking away Ryan McMahon? I'm pretty sure McMahon's been good defensively, but yet again, that doesn't stop you from making a trade. Jazz Chisholm is the problem. If Jazz Chisholm didn't exist, which that's going to sound crazy, but he is the problem for this Yankees team. He's the issue. Now, Ryan McMahon is also an issue. The 20 homer a year guy is no longer on pace for 20 homers a year, so that's not great. He plays a good third. I don't think Jazz Chisholm could play a good third. Same thing with Luis Arraez. I would try and find somebody who wants to take on Jazz. If somebody wants to take on Jazz, then this is when you mix in a 3-team trade. Find a team like if the Twins, I don't like to go to pro seasons with Will Warren and Ryan Weathers as their 4 and 5 star. I mean, Yoshi, Skubal, Snell, Otani, Glasnow. Yeah, they're going to be a problem. What a bullpen. Yeah, okay, well, it's called rotation there, Julian. Not a bullpen is the relievers, but I'll leave you to it. But, yeah, no. If you have your way in the playoffs, they will only see these 3 guys. You can run a rotation with 3 guys. Like, I don't think Will Warren will touch a start in the postseason. If he does, somebody should be fired. But that's not the point entirely. Yeah, I know you're still learning. That's why you're in here. Second monster down. Warm vitamin water. Mets could use Chisholm. What's Jazz Chisholm's contract? How long is he still under control? Okay, so who are you getting from the Mets then? Are you doing a 3-team trade where you're sending the Giants something? Like, is that what the goal is? It's a complicated 3-team trade that I don't see anybody wanting to do. Of course, it's just not going to load. Okay. You know who doesn't lag? Baseball Reference. I don't know why, because it's like 3 punch-ins. Okay. So he's a free agent next year. The Mets aren't taking him. The Mets are out of it. You need Jazz Chisholm gone. That's your problem. Jazz Chisholm existing on this team is the problem. Lindor's not going to get traded at this deadline. I would be shocked if Lindor was traded this deadline. Just think about the moving parts that it would take to get Lindor traded. There's the money. There's making the fan and I get that it's dumb to say it makes the fans mad, like no shit. But if you're going to do something like that, you don't just want the buyers at this deadline to be the only teams. Because Lindor's market will be bigger in the offseason. If let's hypothetically say that the Mariners call up the Mets again and want to make like another blockbuster, like they did back in the day, to get Edwin Diaz, but it's like the other way around. You are handicapping yourself to, if we go to the standings right now, standings. You are handicapping your Lindor spots to the Braves, the Dodgers, because they won everybody, Rays, Yankees, Red Sox, and that's it. If we get to the offseason, you can get the Mariners interested. Hell, maybe you could get the Tigers interested again, that they go ahead and decide to flip some guys to get Lindor. You could get the Padres reinterested. Padres might try and flip. Maybe they say take Bogart's contract. We'll mix a couple pieces up. Give you some prospects. You take Bogarts. We get him. Maybe they give Mason Miller. And it's like Mason Miller and Bogey's contract to get Lindor. Maybe something around those lines. You have yourself pigeonholed by trying to move Lindor this deadline. You can get a lot more teams calling for Lindor in the offseason instead of this deadline. And now the lockout's going to happen, but it doesn't happen instantly. Like last year, there were a couple, or last lockout in 22, there were guys who signed pretty quickly going into the deadline or into the lockout. There were trades and signings that were made. Now, they weren't significant, but if the Mets are trying to shed salary and get Lindor out of here, they're better to try and wait till the off season, or just wait till post lockout. Like, that's at least my thoughts with it. Do we have anything else big breaking? Does it shock you that the Yankees are awfully? No, it does not shock me. Because it's the Yankees. They will sit pat and they will wait for whatever comes creeping across their desk last minute. And truth, here, and I don't want to be mean to you or make you sad when I say this. I think Cashman's sitting like, wow, deadline over at 12. No, it is over at 6. Is it 6 p.m.? It's 6 p.m. Monday. That's when the deadline is. But this is normally around the same time because it's getting close to 9 o'clock Eastern. Tigers are going to be okay. Maximum, yeah, exactly, right. Tigers are going to be fine. Like, even with Skubal, like if we can pull up Skubal again. Yeah, exactly. Deadline is Monday. But if we go to the Tigers, like, so Tigers are now with Fromber, Cater Montero, Troy Melton. They will have Jackson Jobe and Reese Olson next year. That's a fine rotation. You can survive with it. They will have McGonigal, Dingler, Green, Keith, Torque, Clark, McKinstry, Zaire Hope mixing into there. Who's that other? They got another top prospect that I'm like, I'm a Rangers fan, but like the Tigers, they're going to be decent. Rangers are an interesting team to watch at this deadline. Very interesting because they're camping right there. They're half a game out of the wild card. They're half a game out. Like there is something to be had here. Like I don't trust the Twins. I get the Twins want to buy. It's cute that they want to buy. They should have traded Joe Ryan yesterday. They should have tried to trade Buxton before he got hurt, but he's got a full no trade clause, so that's hard to do. The Rangers just need to play just slightly above 500 ball, and I think they make it. Like, truthfully, I think the Mariners trading Luis Castillo, they keep on to their key guys. I think they're done wheeling pitching. I think the Mariners would be dumb not to try and buy around the margins. I thought Spencer Steer would have been a good guy to get for them, but now Steer's hurt. Lockout coming, and it's interesting. Boris didn't try and get contracts this offseason for Skubal. My Rangers have pitchers hit older and hurt. Yeah, when I was looking, because before I went live, I was in the middle of recording as I have this doc up. This was my trade predictions doc, and I had just gotten to the White Sox getting Brady Singer in my mock trades when the Luis Castillo deal broke. I think Kevin Gausman would be a great fit for the Rangers. I think Kevin Gausman should be the guy they go out and get. Because there's no way in hell that Nathan Eovaldi and Jacob deGrom are healthy through the whole rest of the season and playoffs. If they're healthy, I will give somebody $20. Wyatt Langford's hitting decently. You need a bat. I don't disagree. You're just in a weird spot. Like, we lost back-to-back extra inning games. We need bullpen and hitters. Yankees. We lost back-to-back in extra innings. We need bullpen pieces and hitters. Yankees hitting owner. Listen. I think the Yankees have a splash in them. No. Good one, Plouffe. Finding out in real time. Uh-oh. Andrew Freeman. I mean, yeah, kind of. All right. That's the Rangers win the division. They play for the 6th seed. Yeah, that's the issue. Weird spot. I mean, if you were to say that the Rangers sold at this deadline, I'd say they were probably smart and preemptive. If they bought at the deadline, I'd say, okay, good for them. Go for it. Like, they're going to be a big deciding team. If the Rangers decide that they want to sell, they're going to have people call now. And the only issue I see is that the Skubal trade being what it was kind of less. I know a lot of people view as Zaire Hope a lot higher than his prospect ranking is. He's just stuck behind 2 other juggernauts, so he's like the third fiddle. I want them to sell last year, and they didn't. I'm trying to think. What year did they win the World Series? It was against the Diamondbacks. It was El Bombay. El Bombay was bad for 2 years and then became a Philly. So it was 23? 23 was their World Series year. It was 24-25. He was bad. He was a Philly this year. Yeah, so they won in 23. Yes, because it was Dodgers back-to-back since. So it was 2023 on a scale of 1 to 10. How was the Tigers' haul? If you think River Ryan's God incarnate, which I don't think anybody does, maybe a 7. I think Zaire Hope is the big guy that they wanted to get. Outside of that, I don't like it for them. Like, River Ryan was good before he got hurt, and he hasn't been good at AAA. Explain Cal Raleigh what happened to him. I mean, it's just timing with these guys. Like, Cal Raleigh had such a ridiculous year last year that he had never done before. And I think it's, truthfully, at the end of the day, you are what your numbers have said historically you are. He's a 230 hitter that will hit you 20 to 30 homers. He hit 60 homers last year at about a 240 clip. He's evening himself back out. I think that's truly what it is. I think the weird spring training for him power hitters, they click. Cal had a career year and then got banged up. Yeah. And I think he's just coming back to what he was forever. Like, Cal Raleigh was a top 2 catcher before last year. And I think the mix of the weird offseason for him, World Baseball Classic, and I get that, like, him saying that it's not an excuse, I think it legitimately is, because baseball players are creatures of habit. Yeah, perfect storm. Mets fans frustrate us, Polanco. Yep, I have no clue why Jorge Polanco is doing. So no baseball in 27. Shut up, Albert. Holy lag, dude. How mad is he?
He's going to trade anywhere else, but he's got to go to LA because why not?
Nice to know Norp's happy. Who else do you see being dealt? All right. I'm going to open up this doc. These are all the names that I kind of picked out of a hat that I think are going to get traded. And these are the teams I nailed down as guys being absolutely traded. We were wrong on Skubal, so we can go ahead and put that in red. Skubal trade was wrong. Saw some bullshit about Lindor being dealt. Yeah, I don't think Lindor's being traded. Like I was saying earlier, they will pigeonhole themselves if they trade him now. If they trade him now, they only have the buyers at this deadline that will be interested. If they wait till the offseason, you can get the Mariners back in. They have top prospects that you can go out and get. If you want Cade Sloan, Colton Emerson, Brew Crew has to be looking. I think Brew Crew turned their attention to a guy like Foster Griffin. If the Nationals make Foster Griffin available, which I think they should, it's only got 1 year. Brewers can challenge, in my opinion. Yes, but it's Brewer ball. Like, the Brewers, they will win games because they do things that are smart. I don't see how this bottom of the lineup wins them a legit playoff series, as I have to scroll up to see everybody. Garrett Mitchell, Luis Lara, not even going to pretend like I know who this kid is. Going to catch me on a casual day. David Hamilton's not a good hitter. Cooper Pratt's a young prospect. This pitching staff is good. When did he get hurt? Kyle Harrison, forearm tightness. Okay, he got hurt a month ago. This is how I've been working so much. McGonigal single, Tigers are taking tonight and recently. Joe Kunal shoulder impingement. The Brewers need another starter, and they need a legit bat. They need a legit bat. Braves getting healthy, maybe. I had somebody come in and try and say, and I liked their idea that they thought Skubal could be going to the Braves. I said no because they thought that oh no, you're all good. Tigers are raking tonight and recently. He thought AJ Smith-Shawver was going to be the center of it, and I called him crazy. Or not crazy, I just didn't agree with it. And then now it was River Ryan, which I kind of think I would like AJ Smith-Shawver over River Ryan, but that's kind of besides the point. As we got any more news? Yeah, exactly. Like, he came in and put, like, it's all the way at the top of the chat. If I scroll all the way up, it was, it's never going to happen, but I do want to miss him. One thing usually teams like to trade, yada, yada, yada. Talks about David Price. AJ Smith-Shawver, Owen Murphy, Michael Martinez. I mean, the whole thing with the Dodgers is the Tigers is they wanted prospects. I actually think Rays to do something. I thought the Rays are doing something. I saw a report that a Diamondbacks scout was at AAA Durham last week, and that was about the same time Ketel Marte deleted everything Diamondbacks related. So I think if Ketel Marte gets traded, which I don't think he is, I think he's a Ray. I think Dodgers turning into toxic MLB team. All right, they've been the toxic MLB team since 2017 when they were losing World Series and we laughed at them for spending all this money. Now they're spending all this money and they're winning. So we're having it both ways, and we didn't want it the second way. We wanted the first laugh at them, but eventually, when you spend all that money, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Me and Dodgers have a deep system and they can deal. Yep. So before, the small market teams, like when you watch Moneyball and ignore the fact that they had the Cy Young and MVP on that team outside of all the random dudes, right, that the movie doesn't want to talk about, what the small market teams did is they were good at scouting and developing. And these big market teams will just scoop them up. Ring chase. Like LeBron. Oh, don't get me talking. I'm a Steph Curry fan, so that makes me a natural Warriors fan. And I wanted LeBron James so bad in Golden State. And now that he's not, that makes me so sad. But he makes so much more sense for the 76ers. And much harder in MLB. Yep. But that also being said, it's not much harder when you have the dream team of a rotation assembled around you and the entire pitching staff just waits till September before they actually start throwing. Like, you're getting a fully rested Blake Snell. You're going to get a rested Ohtani because he's not pitching right now due to his ankle. Or was it ankle or shin? I'm trying to remember. Somebody in chat, tell me what Ohtani hurt. Was it his ankle or shin? But it's getting hotter and hotter in here. 75, man. Do we have any new news right now? As that's going to be... I feel so bad for whoever sees that 5. Addition to those Rangers and Tigers. If I told you I had Ohtani Freeman, Mook, Yummy, it's his knee, supposedly. Okay, so he hurt his knee. Just gonna make this October that much sweeter. I like your optimism, Ryan Cohen. I like your optimism. Jacob Morowski in the NLCS. He has to strike out. Jacob Mizorowski's gonna have to strike out like 10,000. It's like 82 in Dallas now. No, I'm talking about in my room. My room is 75 degrees. My room is 75 degrees. That's what I'm talking about with the heat right now. I have, when this house was built, we should have put a second AC thing. Because the AC that treats the downstairs is completely across the house from where the upstairs is. And so I don't actually get like AC, so I have a box fan underneath, like at my legs. And then I have a window AC unit outside my bedroom door. But with the door closed, because I'm trying to be quiet, because everybody else in this house is asleep, except for me, who's 2 caffeine drinks in. The thing about Miz, his arm can throw 110 pitches. He's going to have to. He's gonna have to throw 110 pitches every night in October. Okay, no. You Darvish back in the day. Okay, giraffe neck. You Darvish back in the day was a stud. Now, don't. Okay. If he wins best Tigers per group, that's winning. I'll send you 50. Thank you so much. Are you in Cal? No, I am in Ohio. I'm in Ohio-based. Bro, like, we act like he didn't enter the league and almost win, like, back-to-back size. You, also former Ranger. Yeah, Dodgers are guaranteed for 3-peat with Skubal. All right. You should drink a long, cold one, Arizona iced tea. If it was a nice cold one right now, I would not want to be it just being an Arizona iced tea, but that's not here or there. We got our vitamin water. If that's okay for you guys, I'm not going to go away yet. I'm probably going to stay live till probably 1 a.m. Eastern. It's currently 12:11 Eastern. And I'm diving platinum. I have no clue what that says, but I'm going to take about a 2-minute break. I'm going to go grab myself another cold monster. I'm going to go use the bathroom. So everybody, don't go anywhere. Filter in some questions, and I'll come back and answer those. I'm going to be right back, y'all. All right. We are back. Grab myself a muffin, too. All right, let's get back to reading this chat. Let's get back. All right. Jillian9634. Yes, I am a Cincinnati Reds fan. Right behind me to my back, you can see my old what is it? My baseball bag. Just right about there, I have a giant thing. It's a Reds 5-time World Championship. It's like a banner slash like blanket slash towel slash floor mat, and it hangs up on my wall. I went to opening day a couple years ago. That's the San Francisco Giants. That was a fun game until Ian Jabot blew it. And then I have tons of Reds hats around. Got the old original of the what's it called? City Connect hats. But I got the spring training hat behind me. Also looking at the Yankees. They're injured, but have look like Red Sox all of a sudden wrecking Cedar Rafaela is killing it. Cedar Rafaela is absolutely killing it. Yankees must trade for Mason Miller and Luis Ariz to salvage this season. I don't think salvage this season is the necessary word. People complaining about the salary cap all they want, but the Milwaukee Brewers and Tampa Bay Rays chose. Yeah. Ryan Garcia is right about this. Red's Big Red Machine was awesome, but I'm too young. Born 80s. Born in 80s. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm born 2000s, so I haven't seen them do shit. Yeah, no, I got literally on this wall. You can like hear the tap. I got Bench rookie PSA 8 or 9. Yes, I'm old. Okay. Yeah. Born 80s. Well, my fucking parents are almost like 70. Or not 70, they're almost 60. Parents born 68. So depending what year you were born in the 80s, you could be almost my older brother. But I got a Roldis Chapman up here. I got Jonathan India's rookie plaque. Have this from when I was a tiny little kid. It's like a Cincinnati Reds bear, and it's missing an eye somewhere. Don't know where that all happened to. Knocked down my thermostat. My parents are 70 and 82. Holy dude. Yeah, no. 68 and 69 were my parents. December of 68, September 67. I can be, yeah, exactly, right, dude? Oh my god. I'm surprised. Alright. Do we have any more news coming? I know a penny graphic that can be slapped up that will change the vibe. I'm sure they'll be happier when they check their phone. Yeah, exactly. They won't be booing for long. Bro, can we talk about what this Tigers outfield's going to be in a couple years? We're going to have Max Clark, Riley Green, DH is going to be Kerry Bonds, and then your other outfielder. I'm surprised Cubs aren't trying to make a moves. I bet the Cubs are. The Cubs are just in a rough spot. Because necessarily, where do you want the Cubs to add? Like, legitimately, what do you want them to add? Like, yes, starting pitching. Who's the best starting pitcher you can go out there right now on the market? It's probably Hunter Green. You probably called about Skubal, but didn't want to give up the prospects to do it. Hunter Green's in division. Reds sure as hell aren't trading you there. Are you calling up Logan Webb, Kevin Gausman? Like, what are the Cubs really going to do? Because what do the Cubs really need? Dansby Swanson? No, they're not getting another shortstop. Carson Kelly's a good enough catcher. They got the young prospects who have been DHing for them. Pedro Ramirez, and then who's the Moises Ballesteros? That's their DHs right now. What necessarily are they adding? The Cubs don't really have anything to add unless it's bullpen. And yes, they could add to the bullpen, but right now the bullpen market's slow because we don't know if Mason Miller's getting traded. So if we get a firm yes or no on Mason Miller, the market's going to start moving. If they say they're open to selling Morion could be a Yankee. Morion's on Yankee watch. Morion's on Cubs watch. Morion's on Red Sox watch. That's the guys you got to look for. That's what the Cubs are waiting on. They're waiting for these bullpen ads to start coming in. Dodgers traded Skubal to cover the fact they gave Yordan Alvarez to the Astros for pennies. I mean, yeah. Okay. Not gonna lie, I just put 200 on the Padres, Brewers, and Tigers. Win by 3.5 and 8. Just hit a 3-run bomb. Bought 8. Yikes. Yikes. All right, we're about to really put that much into Baseball America. Baseball America didn't have Sal Stewart being a top 10 rookie this year. I don't really care what Baseball America says. Is Zaire Hope is not a 55th ranked prospect. Zaire Hope is probably a top 10, if we're being legitimately honest with ourselves. And I understand I don't get to rank these guys. It's Heizumade, Luis or Leo DeVries. I think this is fine. I think these guys are fine. I think George Lumbar is probably perfect. I think Alfredo Duno should be higher. I think Zaire Hope should be higher. Ethan Salas is too high. Like I'm not high on Ethan Salas. I'm really not. Like it's taken him a minute to figure it out, and I get he's only 20 years old. I'm not. BA is kind of BS. We're just same games we do. Vibes low. BA is kind of BS. I'm gonna actually put up a poll. That's something I actually want to do. Start a poll. Which top 10 is most likely to be traded? Price. Oh, it's not going to let me add more than... Okay, well, we can just do that. We've started a poll. All right, so we do have a poll. The poll is live. I'm wanting to see who do you think is going to be the most likely prospect to be traded. It's probably De Paula. I probably want to actually redo that. Because I'll end that poll. I'm going to put a different one up. Start a poll. Which... Ryan Sloan. All right, we've created a new poll. New poll's live. I'm going to leave it live for the rest of the 30 minutes that I'm probably going to be live. Got 6 new posts. Are you not entertained? Here's a hilarious thing. Real issue with MLB has nothing to do with the fact teams have decided to spend prospects over the rentals. However, it's the fact that tons of people realize the league isn't fair and sucks for most franchises. Sign me up. Is there really nothing else going on? What's our watches at right now? We're currently at 4 people in here right now. Thank you so much for the 4 people that are still in here. It's been a long night. It's getting late. It's 12:25. Now, I will probably go live again tomorrow night. Maybe. I will be at basketball. Not very good at it, but I will be doing it. I will be playing basketball. Probably won't get home. Won't probably be getting home till about 9:30, 10. I'm going to hop live when I get home and talk about whatever trades have happened. Already know that streak Skubal notification gonna piss me off. Bro, right now? No shit. Willie on it. Bro, everybody on Talking Baseball's on it right now. What's the latest Cardinals rumors? Cardinals rumors. Okay, well, I can tell you what I've seen from the Cardinals, at least online. I haven't seen any crazy Cardinals are flying really, really low right now. Cardinals have been very, very quiet. I think it's kind of just Lars Nootbaar right now is the guy to look for. I don't think anybody else major of the bats will be traded. And then Dustin May. Those are probably the two guys that get moved that are like any decent names. A guy that you could also be seeing traded because he just got DFA'd would be Tink Hence. Former top prospect just got DFA'd to bring up Quinn Matthews. So that's something. It used to be Quinn Matthews and Tink Hence were supposed to be the two future pieces of the rotation, and now it's Tink Hence being thrown to the side to bring up Quinn Matthews. But Ryan Stanek could be somebody to look. All the free agent pitchers are going to be like on the move. Like I think Ryan Stanek is going to get offers. I'd be interested to see if Riley O'Brien gets moved. He would be one of the more sneaky guys. He's got plenty of service time, so they don't need to move him. But it's going to be Dustin May, Ryan Stanek, and I think Lars Nootbaar. Lars Nootbaar is going to be the best, like cheap lefty bat to go get. That's at least what I'm thinking. I haven't seen any concrete rumors. Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals have decided what they want to do yet. I've seen that the Cardinals want to sell. But that also being said, they're 3 under. They kind of have to now. They're 3 under 500. They're 4 games out of the playoffs. They kind of need to sell. Yeah, they need to sell. I don't think it's going to be anything extraordinary that they sell off. But although I think Riley O'Brien could get them a nice return. All-star closer for the cheap. But I don't really know what the Cardinals are going to do. Because you got interesting player that they could trade would be Ivan Herrera, but I don't think they'd want to do that. Same thing with Alec Burleson. I don't think they want to do that either. Now, another guy I could see them thinking about moving would be Jordan Walker at his highest. Now, this is why I would be the most hated GM of all time. I would trade Jordan Walker like tomorrow. Jordan Walker would be traded. And that's probably just made you so mad you clicked off. But let me explain. Jordan Walker's been bad for 3 years now? And now he's an all-star bat? Do you have any faith as a Cardinals fan that this is just going to be him for the foreseeable future? Because if so, good for you. I don't have faith in him being like that for the foreseeable future. I'd trade him. As easy as that. Oh, we've hit 12:30. Lights kick off automatically at 12:30. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to turn those back on. All right, let's get these lights back on in the background. There we go. I'll turn those back off when I go to bed. Which we got 30 some minutes left. I'll be here, y'all be safe. Just beautiful. Hey, where's the track? Hold up, can I? Do we not have bats? Reply. Just putting it out that way. Alright. What's the poll? It's only just George Lumbar, one vote. What's our current viewership in here right now? Do we still got 4 watching? Chat's kind of gone quiet of late. We got 3 likes in here. We got 5 watching. If you're watching, go ahead, fill the comments right now. I'm keeping an eye on the comments, and I'm keeping an eye on Twitter right now. What's trending for the Yankees? Do we have any more Yankees rumors? Another win for the Red Sox, and only 2.5 back of the Yankees. Dodgers have the best pitching staff in the league and use... I can't. I'm here. Alright, so we still got... It's just gotten quiet. I thought tonight was going to be a lot more active. Tigers got runners in first. Okay. Whew. I'm really hoping we get something else tonight. It's crazy. It's all... Me and I would too. Astros have to make calls. I mean, Astros need to buy bats. They really do. Holy, I needed that neck pop. That felt good. Astros need to call for bats. They need to go get somebody. I don't care if they're a DH or an outfield bat. Yordan Alvarez can tough it up and play left. They need to go out and get somebody that isn't Taylor Trammell, Cam Smith, and Lamont Wade Jr. Like, legitimately, this cannot be your starting outfield going into a playoff series. If it is, I will laugh at you. Because that's ridiculous. You're running an outfield platoon of starting Taylor Trammell, Cam Smith, and a Zach DeCenzo and Lamont Wade Jr. platoon in 2026. Taylor Trammell has been a busted Reds prospect for 5 years now. All-Star Game MVP or on Futures Game MVP turned journeyman prospect. He just bounces around different organizations, whoever gives him a call. Liam Doyle. Oof. He's already 22. First round pick last year. The Mariners got to do something. I don't know if it's this deadline or next deadline. They need to make a move for something. Because there's no reason they need to sit on all these prospects. You got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in the top 40. Yeah, 5 guys in the top 40. 6 guys in the top 100. You can't sit on all these guys, and that's just after you graduated on Cold Emerson. You got all these prospects, man. You got all of these pitchers. Oh, as I just destroyed my mic. Hopefully that wasn't insanely loud. If I'm them, I might not be done trading starters. I'd get very intrigued by George Kirby. I would be very intrigued. If you want to know the guy who had the whole thing first, it's Peter. I'm pretty sure I feel like I've followed him before. I'll follow him, put noties on. I feel like I follow a lot of the good beat reporters. Remember, you can never have enough pitching. Yep. Can never have enough pitching. Slow on the news right now. We're 13 minutes away from being out of here, man. I'm glad I was live before the Skubal trade hopped in. Let me know if you're still in here. Did you click on this live stream before or after Tariq Skubal got traded? Let me know, because originally this was just trade deadline watch. It turned in to Tariq Skubal watch. As soon as I saw it pop up, we went to Tariq Skubal watch. How do I drink Red Bull and then go to bed? It's called you get enough caffeine in you, and you'll eventually fall asleep. I also have like melatonin. I'll take like how many milligrams? I think it's 5 milligrams. I'll probably take 15 milligrams to go to bed. So like 3 of the like melatonin gummies. Throw my headphones on, put some like sleep music, and go to bed. I mean, yes, I did write it live. Okay. Means we were live starting at right at 10:30. And the news broke. The news broke an hour in. The news broke an hour in. So I feel like the first couple hours it was just pretty quiet. And then I peaked at, I think I had about 10, 15 guys, or I think 10 people in here. Dodgers acquire trade Skubal trade grades. Okay. I agree. Crappy trade night. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to blow up because Skubal's finally off. Skubal's off the market. We now know who the top guys are. But Jose Soriano, Casey Mize, Freddie Peralta all scratched for their scheduled starts to protect them from possible injuries during trades. Freddie Peralta seems like he's going to be a Ray tomorrow. Jose Soriano, I wouldn't trade him if I'm the Angels, but yet again, they're stupid because they're the Angels. And then Casey Mize. I have no clue where Casey Mize is going to go because he's a good, not great starting pitcher. Maybe some other people think he's like better than that, but that's kind of how I view him. He's a good, not great. He's a solid 3 starter. He's a solid 3. Yeah, Mize is low-key decent, but I don't think he's a top of your... Let's say you going into a playoff series. Are you feeling comfortable with Mize as your 2 starter in a playoff series? Just pick a playoff team. Do you feel, and let's not say Dodgers because like no shit, no. But let's say you're let's take for example the Rangers. If Mize was your game 2 starter, do you feel good about your rotation and where it's at? If he's your second best pitcher in your rotation. Like, and I'm just saying hypothetically, if he is the number 2 starter in any rotation going into the playoffs, do you feel good about where your rotation is? Or do you think you'd like him better if he was a 3 or a 4 in a playoff rotation? I think the answer is if you say you take him as a 2, okay. I don't think I would. Because I think a lot of other teams got better options than that. I think he's a perfect 3-4 for a playoff. Probably a high end 4, good end 3. I think he's a low 2-starter. I think a lot of teams are going to throw. Yeah, he can get outs. So can every other ace, is what I'm saying. If you play the Yankees right now and he's your 2-starter, do you feel good about him matching up with Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, Garrett Cole, whoever gets game 2? Do you feel a little bit better if he gets Garrett Cole for game 3 or maybe 4? Or let's hypothetically say you go up against the Rays. The Rays starting pitching going into a playoff series would be Drew Rasmussen, Nick Martinez, Evaldi DeGrom. Yeah, right. You like him as a 3. If he was your 2-starter and he had to face either Drew Rasmussen, Nick Martinez, or Shane McClanahan, do you feel good about that? I don't think the answer is yes. If you are asking him to get a win against Drew Rasmussen or Nick Martinez or Shane McClanahan, I don't think he's getting that win for you. I don't think he's going to pitch duel to what Nick Martinez, Drew Rasmussen, and I guess whatever the hell Griffin Jax is doing this year. If you go to, who else? Boston. Sonny Gray, Ranger Suarez. That's the 1-2 right there. Do you feel good about that? I don't. You're going to get Garrett Crochet back. So you're facing Sonny Gray as the game 2? Yeah, exactly. He can't be your number 2, which I think is going to make his trade value weird. Because teams will acquire a 3 or a 4. Like we saw the Dodgers a couple years ago go out and get Lance Lynn. And he gave up 5 home runs in a single game? He had a 5 ERA and was horrible? Yeah, but then you have Crochet, because then Mize is your 4. That's what I'm saying. I think Mize will be better as a 4 than he will be for somebody as a 2, which will limit what teams go after him. If a team is going to buy, let's say, you know who's a perfect guy for him to go? Whistle a pen, Red Sox, have a good pen. Yeah. Casey Mize is perfect for the Cubs. That's who the Cubs should get. I like Mize over Javier Assad, David Peterson, obviously, Colin Ray. Because Edward Cabrera, when's he going to come back from strained hamstring? If your playoff rotation is Matthew Boyd, Edward Cabrera, Casey Mize, Shota Managa in whatever order, I think that's okay. I think the Cubs can get by with their offense. I think that's where Casey Mize needs to go. Casey Mize needs to be in Northside, Chicago. Baseball Today reactions. Angels wasted some good pitching. Their bats dormant again. I would hate to be a beat writer for the Angels. I truly would. I would just have to write every article shaking hands with a 6-pack. Cubs are a team I'm watching because I don't like the Cubs. But they are close. The Cubs' offense can win them a playoff series. You want to know what's not going to win them a playoff series? These guys. When's Daniel Palencia supposed to be back, first off? Elbow inflammation. Yikes. Hobie Milner. Appendix. Jesus. Okay. Phil Maton. Shelby Miller. Damn. Hunter Harvey. Tricep inflammation. If they can get Hunter Harvey, if their bullpen just gets healthy, they're fine. Close as is they not bad, but not good. Yeah. If they were to get Skubal, no shit. If they were to get Skubal, I would have liked their chances for the playoffs. Just because this offense is so good. PCA, Suzuki, Michael Busch, Alex Bregman. Okay, Ian Happ does the same shit every year. Nico Horner, Carson Kelly, Dansby, and then whoever the hell you decide to DH. I think PCA is a bump. Listen, I hate PCA with a passion. I hate that he's good. I hate that he's good. That being said, I have to rather have Ellie. My bias says yes. Statistically, I can't say yes to that, though. Like if we go P, Crow Armstrong, Ellie. All right, let's just take a look at Ellie. First off, Ellie crushing it. Ellie's so good, dude. That outfield defense does something to me. I hate PCA as a human being on a personal level because I think he's a jackass. I think he's a smartass. Him announcing himself as an MVP candidate last year and then having a second half from hell, I got to laugh at that. I can't laugh at these numbers right now because he's been so damn good. Ellie has so much upside, yes. I don't know how much better he's got in the bag, though. Like, defensively, he's going to be good. He's going to make the highlight plays. He's going to mess up easy plays. He's done that for years. Agreed, crazy talk. Yeah. If PCA would shut the hell up and just be an average dude sounding like if he was LEPA or PR trained, I think everybody would love PCA. But you have him telling random fans to like blow him and shit. And you kind of don't love that from your superstar. Like Ellie kind of says 5 words. He was dating an OSU cheerleader and you never heard about it. You didn't hear that they broke up till 3 months later after the fact. He's just a quiet dude. He comes in, hits 277, couple homers every week, and then goes home. And you don't hear anything about him. And that's how I like my superstar. Like he can go out, be a great guy in the community, or he can just be a silent assassin. And that's why I love Ellie. He's a silent assassin. Whew. We're getting late. We got anything else coming? We got 8 new posts. Oh, WWE. River Ryan. River Ryan's older than Soto. Dude. Wait, what? No, wait. There's bigger fish to fry. Why is he listed as a second baseman and shortstop? That. What do you mean, second baseman and shortstop? Am I not familiar with River Ryan? Does he actually hit bombs? Like, is he him? Is he him? Question mark, exclamation point. I went to like the Reds, but man, they just never gonna win. It's the Castellinis. It's all ownership. It's all ownership. It. I think obviously the players want to win. When ownership has had to cut almost all of their big name signings and Candy, Moustakas, Akiyama as the bats. Did I say Moustakas? Who was another? Gino Suarez was a 1-year deal, but he's been bad. You trade for Ke'Bryan Hayes. You trade for Gavin Lux. You say Ryan Velade isn't good enough to play for you, and now he's a stud for the A's over Connor Joe and Garrett Hampson. The ownership and the GM have been a problem for a while. And the problem is this organization believes in keeping guys for a long time. Big donkey from your area. Love that. But it's just every year it's the same thing with ownership. They didn't want to trade TJ Friedel because they thought they liked him too. I wanted TJ Friedel traded this offseason, no matter the cost. I didn't care what we got back. Because you can't be the luckiest player in baseball for 3 consecutive years offensively and expect for him to still be good like the year prior. Like that was dumb to me. That was dumb to me. I didn't see it working out. 8 more minutes to my supposed deadline. Tigers get the win over the A's. Wasn't that a part of your parlay? Problem with the Reds for me is they have talent. Yeah, they have. This team feels like the Rockies of the late 2010s. How they had Freeland, Marquez, Story, and Arenado. That being Burns, Green, Ellie, and Sal. And they made the playoffs, 2 years out of that run? I'm a Buckeyes fan. That entire back wall that's national championship from 25. That's the Texas game. That's 2016, and that's the 2000s championship. That's what those displays on the wall is. Had Tigers play. Hey, plus you hit 3.5 and 2.5 run. Okay, so you hit on the Tigers today. Hell yeah. Oh, I had a buddy, my roommate, in college last year. He had I think it was 7 legs. It was Amon-Ra, 7 catches, Gibbs 4 catches, Gibbs so many yards, Derrick Henry anytime touchdown, Gibbs anytime touchdown, and he hit all of those on Amon-Ra's catch on 4th and 3 late. And I think he cashed out $400, and we acted like we just won the World Series. We were both so happy. Oh, my mom graduated from Texas. I couldn't see. Tigers won by. Oh, I can't do fucking math, dude. I'm too tired. I can't do math, bro. That's how you know I'm a journalism major, not something actually hard. Because I'm staring at the graphic, I can see 8-6. And then go, oh, you cashed, dude. It's almost 1 o'clock my time. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's too late for this shit. Do we really have no new news right now? It's gone quiet again. Oh, I almost got excited, but it's alarms for 97.1 The Fan. All right. The Ohio State versus Texas game is going to be good. I'm excited for that this year. I'm excited for that. It's going to be at Texas. And because they got Cam Coleman, they got all their other receivers. Arch Manning's still there. And then now Arch played so good to end the year, and nobody wants to actually talk about that. Everybody's too busy slandering his name. Arch played damn good to end the year last year. Holy hell. Ohio State has Henry's son. Who's Henry's son? Chris Henry. Yeah. Chris Henry Jr. Yeah. I saw OSU's underdog. Man, I think OSU wins that. I mean, Texas should win it. Texas should. I mean, it's in their place. And they're so much better. If their offensive line just blocks for half a fucking second, Trevor Gooseby, he needs to, he was good last year. He needs to play great, and the rest of, because they brought in a bunch of transfers. Yeah. I don't think Chris Henry Jr. starts. They brought in, what's his name? Transferred from UTSA. He was a road runner. It, starts with, a G. And he's an actual speedster for Ohio State. He's going to be the one who starts, as you can tell. I've looked at this a couple times. Our lads always takes a long. What's that kid's name? Devin McCune, senior transfer out of UTSA. This kid's gonna start. This kid's gonna be real good. He's a true speedster. Something Ohio State hasn't had for a while. Can I see? Nope, website crashes. Yep, our lad does not like my ad blocker. I've always liked Ohio State. Eddie George. Hold up. Actually, I'm not going to open that, but I believe it's Eddie George and the head coach. It's an autographed football. It's in a display case, and I don't feel like opening. But I have a display case. I got a bunch of bobbleheads, a Hank Aaron signed ball, a TJ Antone signed ball, a Cardell Jones signed football, the Eddie George slash. Who's the coach on here? Is it John Cooper? Is the other guy that signed it? I got a signed hat from Ohio State. Yeah, John Cooper. Got the Ohio State hat. This was signed by the Wesson brothers. That was probably huge David Boston fan. Yeah. 3 posts, dude. It's good night. Good night to everybody. That's except for people it's not night for. Well, it's night for me. We got only a couple minutes left till I'm hopping off, and surely there'll be news that breaks right after I hop off here. I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. Don't worry. We all get old eventually, right? At least you hope, right? Because the alternative to getting old is not great. I'll leave it at that. It ain't the greatest thing. It ain't like Ellie. It's not great. Squared up only at 20. Never mind. Squared up at 25% is pretty good. What's Sal Stew's numbers at? I haven't looked at Sal Stew's. They're actually not great for somebody leading the league in RBIs. If the baseball gods want me to stay live, they'll give me news here in the next 30 minutes. Do we have anything? Jeff Passan, any quote tweets from Jeff? No quote tweets from Jeff. Any replies from Jeff? Call sheet used a bathroom. Bro, see, this is why I'm happy I don't get into sports gambling. I've helped friends make baseball parlays, and half the time it's nerd shit. I'm like, you can do this or not. The analytics say you should do this, but yet again, it's baseball. I would never want to bet on baseball because it's too unpredictable. So, there's too many games for me to actually willingly go. I'm taking Padres money line versus the A's because fucking last year Dylan Cease could get touched up and the A's win by 7, and you're like, holy hell. Or Michael King gets touched up and they win by 8, and you're like, Jesus. When you took Padres money line at +3, or at plus 3.5 runs. Did a bet $250 on Skubal to Dodgers at 2 p.m. Hey man, I'm actually surprised you got money off that. Plus money for Skubal being traded to the Dodgers. I thought that was just a formality at this point. And I'm pretty sure everybody and their brother knew. Do we got anything Skubal is heading to? Do we have anything from baseball trade rumors? Because normally they got it. Well, they'll post anything. Dodgers designate Kohler. Okay, well that was them freeing up a 40-man spot. Yeah, college football. I'll stop you on that because it's truly any given Saturday for college football. Any given Sunday for Saturday is always rough. Pirates showing interest in Hazikar Brazuban. Yankees showing interest. Luis Garcia would be interesting. He's going back to second base if that happens. Maybe corner outfield, but I doubt it. Activate Brandon Lockridge. Who cares? Athlete. 6 to 8 weeks. Saw that. Marlins are very high asking price on Otto Lopez. End trade talks with Red Sox. Red Sox were also talking with Reds for Ellie. Adley Rutschman. Mind open. I don't think he gets moved. Open discussion on George Kirby. I don't think he gets moved, although if any of these starters, I would move George Kirby. Twins still looking for bullpen ads. Don't know why. Yep, Lars Nootbaar, right-handed outfield. On Houston Astros radar, okay, that's good for them. The human glitch, Mets select Kevin Herget. Several teams showing interest on Casey Mize, as they should. Kevin Gausman scheduled to start this afternoon. Robbie Ray. Clay Holmes is so weird. I wouldn't touch Clay Holmes with a 95-foot pole right now, because he's not even playing right now. Rangers, Phillies among teams calling for Alex Call. Okay. Tink Hens designated for assignment. That was just weird. Although, knowing the Brewers, they'll turn Bo Naylor into like a Hall of Famer, because why not? Tatsui Imai struggling that bad. Dude, I feel bad for that poor kid. Imagine moving halfway across the planet just to suck. Like, and just be, like, booed. That's got to feel so weird. One, not knowing the language. Like, I know for a fact, if you plot me in Japan and I was having, like, a 5 ERA, I'd, like, be crying myself to sleep. Yep, that ended their season. Taken out due to cramps per Tony Vitello. That was yesterday. That's interesting. Blue Jays expect to move rentals open to any players controlled beyond 26. Yeah, I don't think the Blue Jays move any, like a Shane Bieber. I think Shane Bieber staying put. Team Kramer, that was so, I don't understand Team Kramer. It's okay, top 100 prospects. I think that might be everything. Do I have any notifications? Our X anniversary. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made this X account right on being ready for the deadline because I wanted to follow it like when I was younger. How old is it? 4 years? 4 years on Twitter. 4 worst years of my life. All right. So I'm going to do a rundown of trades I think happen tomorrow. I think Foster Griffin gets moved. Foster Griffin. I'm leaving with 3. I'm doing 3 guarantees. Foster Griffin to the Rays. Tyler Stevenson and Brock Burke to the Yankees. That's guarantee number 2. And then Kevin Gausman to the Rangers. I'm just doing 3 guarantees. I'm too tired for this. It's 105, and if I hit this refresh button and there's not another trade on my screen, there is not. That's going to be the end for it tonight. Thank you guys so much for staying in here. It's been a wonderful night. As we still got one person in here, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys all back tomorrow. It's a new day, 2 hours in. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take it easy. I'll be seeing you guys next time.